踏入2024年23條立法，我哋更加需要大家嘅支持。請透過 patreon.com/edchin 或者我哋嘅宗教節目 giftsandgo.com/safehk Super Sticker Super Thanks 等我哋有更加多嘅資源，為香港走最遠嘅路。Tibet, the Holiness the Dalai Lama has been in exile for a few decades, since 1959. And then, we know the younger groups from Tibet, they want Tibet's independence, but then, 1/4 of China's geographic boundary, so to speak, it's part of Tibet, right? Used to be, anyways.
Yeah.
So it seems difficult for now to really reclaim Tibet if there are only 100,000 approximately Tibetans living outside of Tibet, while the whatever few million, 5 let's say, they have been compromised or persecuted or brainwashed and all that, right? And the Hong Kong situation is pretty much the same. You have the so-called one country, two systems, back what the CCP promised back in the 1950s. And same thing for Hong Kong. They still claim there's one country, two systems, but actually it's gone. We see a lot of recognizable names are now imprisoned, detained, and waiting for trial and sentencing and all that. Do you think China right now it's very strong or is it weak? And what do you think of Xi Jinping? Some people call him even worse than Mao, so to speak. What do you make of it?
First of all, I would like to talk about the Tibet. And this historically, Tibet was an independent nation.
Yes.
And this which Chinese government would like to stress upon His Holiness to this. There are some conditions on the front of Chinese government towards the Dalai Lama, or you can say this Central Tibetan Administration.
Yeah.
The first thing they would like to have agreement is on the fact that this Tibet is historically a part of China, and which His Holiness has very wisely said that he is not an historian, first thing, and history things can be given to the historians. They can give a better explanation about it, and this is one thing. And regarding this Tibetan independent, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm a Tibetan, and from my school time, I long for Tibet independent. But the thing is that we have to see the real situation on the ground.
Yeah.
But as you have said, our 97.5% of Tibetans are inside Tibet, and we are only about 2.5% diaspora population in the free world. So I think whatever we do here in the free world will directly affect the Tibetans inside Tibet, as is happening inside Hong Kong right now.
Kind of similar, because once the people leave Hong Kong, like the Hong Kong or Beijing government, they don't like certain people to go back and visit. It's like almost like some sort of a purge. Of course, Hong Kong people, they don't have self-immolation. We're not used to that type of expressing anger or discontent. But then to a lot of Hong Kongers, Hong Kong, it's dead. It's not the same old Hong Kong that we used to know. Even when you visited in 2016, at least there was some sort of a shield under the one country, two systems. But now it's all finished. Gone. But it sounds like the only good thing so far this year it's to see this democratic election in Taiwan, but then there is more evilness going on with all these totalitarian regimes doing many things, so-called behind the scene. Yeah, we have to be acutely aware about world stability as well.
Yes, this I would like to add to the fact that this you have mentioned regarding the situation of the CCP at present. I think this situation is very fragile at this time, and the very basic foundation which they govern is on the economic front. So you see this Chinese economic and FDI, everything has been deteriorating day by day. So which has directly influenced the lives of the Chinese inside China.
Yeah.
So you see that this, I think this big revolution will come up within China, and this Chinese people will, in the end, take down the CCP. I think this is what not I'm saying right now. It is the real situation on the ground. So based on the real situation on the ground, the Chinese people so far they have enjoyed the economic benefits, and they have neglected the basic human rights and everything. But right now the situation is that there's the very survival, their survival is on the deadline, or I can say this, it's deteriorating day by day. So I think this when your existence is on a thread, and at that time this existential thread will let you pursue one definite path, and which the Chinese people inside are grouping up. And right now you will see this any part of China there is a revolt. But the thing is that we couldn't get the news only because that is the Chinese government, they are very much advanced in the strict surveillance of news, this leakage. So this has not been witnessed by us only, but right now international community knows about it. So I think the situation is very fragile, and at the same time I think there is a big revolution grooming up inside China, and which will ultimately, the way this Western researchers or this on the ground people says that this in China there will a big revolution take place, and from that it will give some new beginning of China.